Hey folks, this might look a bit familiar to anyone who's been around for a while, which sadly I don't think is many people. Those who have been around will remember my first Let's Play was Metroid Prime 1. And what a journey it's been since then, right? I mean, this channel's been around for like a bit over a year and a half now, I think. And I've got, what, 5 LPs to my name? Well, I suppose 6 if you count the side one I did one time. But yeah, I've decided, hey, it's time to do Metroid Prime 2. So yeah, this will be Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Yeah, and what a game that is. So I have an unpopular opinion that this is actually my favorite Prime game. Okay, so for like the 2 people that stayed watching, yeah, this is my favorite Prime game. Why is that? Well, honestly, I think a lot of people have just silly complaints about it, and we will get into those complaints as we go along. But anyway, let's start on Veteran. I did Veteran on Metroid Prime 1 last time. Let's give Veteran a go here and see how it goes. This should be a bit of a different story, I think, because Prime 2 is certainly harder than Prime 1. In fact, I would say Prime 2 is probably the hardest of the Prime games, so we'll see how it goes. I expect some deaths, because there are some scary things in this game. So we have a pretty standard start here. Samus gets a distress call and is all, hey, help out. And she's like, fine, basically. Yes, planet Aether. That is where we are going. And we have this, like, snazzy, I don't know, ship scanning thing. And it just magically knows where the troopers were, I guess. Just go with it. Anyway, here's the planet in question. Looking a bit not good, gotta say. But I'm sure it's totally fine and there aren't any problems, right? It's all good. Yeah, that red stuff is totally cool. And that lightning's totally normal. And yeah, the ship gets hit, because, you know, that's a great start. So yeah, we kind of have to crash land. And of course, here's the lady in question. Miss Samus Aran herself. Sweet somersault. And we're away, huzzah! So the controls are pretty much exactly the same as the first one, to be honest. But first things first, we have, you know, scan visor, same as last time. We can scan things, and we should. So scanning, it's a little, I mean, it looks a bit different from Prime 1, but it's basically exactly the same. You just scan things. So here we can see our ship, and it's, you know, fixing itself and stuff. Now, we do see the percentage as we go. So, like, we can see there's a research category, and then within that category, there's a subcategory, so on, so on. So it is nice, it kind of gives you a running percentage as you go. Now the scanning interface is a little bit different in the sense that the objects are now highlighted rather than there just being a, what was it, an orange square around them like it was in Prime 1. It's like, here's a red thing, so we know that red is important. But right now, we don't know what this is. Anyway, we should probably do what the game wants us to do, which is, you know, shoot some stuff. Can you scan these? You can. Pretty exciting, right? But yeah, same as always, locking on. Shooting doors open. You name it, it's there. Now here's an odd looking gate thing. What does this do? Well, we have absolutely no idea. So this is like an alien thing. And right now there is nothing we can do with it. So, our only option is to go this way. So down we hop. And things are not looking so great down here. But hey, more scanning. And is there anything of actual importance? I'm not sure that there is. Oh, there is. There's a door. It sure is a door. So I think you have to shoot those lock things there. But like, similar to what am I saying? Similar to the first game, not every single thing in the game has to be scanned. So like, as you can see, this isn't upping our percentage at all. So we don't have to worry about it. But you know, sometimes you might want a bit of extra info here and there. But I'm not going to scan everything because that's boring. But what we do need to scan is this. And these locks open up. Now, do these come under anything? No. I just said I'm not going to scan everything. And here I am scanning everything. Good start. Anyway, you shoot those and the thing opens up. Through we go. And another thing in the way. There's a panel, here it is. And the gate opens, and we go through. Pretty straightforward so far, right? Now here is a map, which does not come under the scans. I thought it would, but it doesn't. Alright, never mind. Now, I don't think this is going to give us a full map of the area we're in, but it's just going to give us, like, this section. If memory serves, anyway. So, we've got stuff. Yeah, this is definitely not the whole area. Anyway, that's all well and good. More things there. Is there something over there? That's where we came. I seem to remember there being... no, I'm probably thinking of a different room. Alright. And oh my god! Spooky sound effects. Now here's an enemy. It's a worker splinter. These guys just don't really do anything. They just kind of hang about. Why do they look kind of see-through? Is that just me? They always look like that? I don't think they always looked like that. That's interesting. I do not remember that being the case. Is the game glitching out or something? Anyway, we can also scan, you know, these hanging bodies. Yeah, things are not going well for these dudes. Yeah. So, something weird's going on. As for exactly what, we don't know yet. Here's a dude who died trying to reach a button. And here's some lore. So just like the first game, there's different lore entries. These particular ones follow the entries of the Galactic Federation troopers. Now, one thing is nice is that these logs actually get put into your logbook, so rather than me having to hold down the Z button all the time, it just goes into this, so yay, I can actually not hold down Z all the time while we read things. Those things, eh? Yes, there are some things. We don't know what said things are. And this thing is of course out of power, because why wouldn't it be? Morph ball. Pretty standard. And dudes. Get out of here. And more morph ball. And bombs, you know, same old. Thing in here. There should be a bomb slot, yeah. And this is, of course, a proper entry. Hop in. There you go. And I mean, take a wild guess what that's gonna do. Pretty obvious. Yay. But... yep, something weird's going on. So here's some dudes. They are enemies. A dark trooper, huh? So, again, we don't know what this is all about, but they're shooting at us, so we should probably do something about it. So, one charge shot will take out these guys. Good idea to do it that way, because shooting them takes a little while. Like, seriously. Considerably longer, so, yeah, just use the charge beam. Does health count as scans in this? No. I thought it might have, but I couldn't remember. More of them. What a shock. Could use missiles as well, but I sparingly use them. We only have 5 anyway, so... we should be good to proceed now. Yep, that thing opens up. And there's more! Oh my. Same plan. There you go. Oh, that missed apparently. Just shoot him, whatever. No problem. Nothing in here, I don't think. Grab some health. This might be the room I'm thinking of next. Yes, it is. So the door's gonna lock behind us, and there's a thing over there. Yeah, you might say that thing looked a bit familiar. You'd be right. But here's another thing. We don't know what this is either. Well, we don't really have much of a choice, do we? So better go in. What's the worst that could happen, right? The answer is probably a lot. So if you thought this thing looked a bit like Samus, you'd be right. And those creatures do not look very friendly. So, something happened. I could be explaining all of these things, but I'm going to explain them as the game decides to. Anyway, Samus isn't looking so good. So take a wild guess what's happened. Yeah, we lost all our stuff in classic Metroid Prime fashion. Once again, we find ourselves losing, you know, some pretty nice upgrades at the start of the game. Go figure. Do we even have bombs? I can't remember. No, we don't even have bombs. Alright. Where do we go in that case? I can't remember. Is there... There must be somewhere else, right? Oh wait, yeah, you shoot these. Here we go. Silly me, forgetting. And look, more baddies. We do at least start with the charge beam, there is that. Get out of here. There you go. I believe there's a save room over here. Is it this one? I think it's this one. It is. I'm not going to use it, but let's just scan it. Also not a logbook entry. Just like in the first game, save stations do give you all your health back, which is very nice. Always appreciated when they do that. And again, just like the first game, we scan things to make elevators work. So I believe this should take us, to like the other side of that gate we saw earlier? Yeah. This should be the gate we were looking at before. But now we're on the other side of it, so yay. Same as always. There we go. Yes, yes. There's a thing in the way. And we can see a thing over there, I'm sure you can guess. Scan the red thing. When in doubt, just scan the red thing. And yeah, another gate thing that we still don't know what to do with, but hey, it's there. But we can't do anything with it, so let's move on and scan some more enemies. Because we're gonna get a lot of those. I'm gonna try to get all the scans in this, but I think the only game I've gotten all the scans in is Prime 1. I might have done it in Prime 3, I can't remember. But definitely not Prime 2, but Prime 1 for sure. And at this point the game's like, hey, sometimes you need to look up. In the GameCube version that would have told you about the R button and showing you how to free look, but we don't need to do that because this is the Wii version. Same old here. Actually, hold up, that's a dude. Does he have a scan on him? He does, alright, I'm glad I went back. What is this one? More mention of these things. We may have some idea of what those things are now, but maybe not quite. These things are annoying. Not really, but I like to kill them anyway. Another one of those weird things that we can't do anything with. There'll be a lot of things we can't do anything with in this area. So in case you were wondering, this area is called the Temple Grounds. Why is it called that? Well, you'll see. You are something I haven't scanned. Yeah, basic enemy. Kinda like the Beatles from the first game. This is a missile door that we don't have missiles anymore, do we? No, we don't. Alright, well, we're not doing that. So get used to this song, by the way. I have to say, I feel like some of the songs in this game aren't as good as some of the ones that were in Prime 1. Like, some of the level music's kinda eh. Some of it's good later on, but like the basic stuff like this, I don't know, it's just kind of standard. Nothing bad about it per se, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily memorable. Here's a excuse me, that's what I was aiming for. Alright, that'll move that down. Oh yeah, then you've got to like shoot the thing up here, I think. Yep. Game making it extremely obvious. I think you can scan it as well if you need to. So we're just gonna do that. There you go. So over here is another gate that, once again, we can't open, so we're not going to. The game is very heavily forcing us in one direction for the time being. And in fact, I think it will do so for a little while. Yeah, the opening to this one is a bit linear, but I mean, I suppose it kind of was in the first game as well. Oh, a different gate. It's slightly different, okay. It's composed of a thing. There we go. Oh yeah, and it locks down the gates behind you, so now we're really stuck and we can't go back. Get out of here, guys. Ain't got any time for you. It's more of the same. Let's see, I think we need to go down here. Another dude to scan, let's do that. What do we win? Pretty basic one there. And we can scan this, but I don't think it does much. Oh yeah, so they tried to send out a distress signal, and it clearly did not work. And we can kind of tell because of the whole atmosphere thing we've been hearing about. Because I think the whole reason Samus was sent out in the first place was because they just hadn't heard from the troopers in a while. Rather than them sending a distress call, it was, hey, where are they? So that kind of explains why that is the case. Anyway, more of those dark dudes to deal with. They were pretty easy to kill. More splinters. If I can aim, which apparently I can't. There we go. Turret. Pretty basic. Just gonna charge beam that. There you go. This gate. Right. So we can see that there's a thing here, but I don't think this will work. Nope. So we just gotta go around, as you might imagine. Another dude to scan, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that Samus person's pretty cool, right? Oh yeah, this is a good one. So the gate's not quite working very well. So you just gotta roll under. Ah, now this is an important room. Because we find a thing. It's a ship. And story time. Sounds familiar. Minus the pirates thing. Here we go. And yeah, there's a lot of things. And yeah, a lot. So the basic soldier does not do very well, as we kind of know already. Considering they were all dead on the way here. So there be problems. What kind of problems? We're still not quite sure. There's some weird alien things that are attacking things. That's kind of all we know so far. Ah, this is the captain. So they went to a hive of some description. Plenty of logs here, yeah. That's a good one, yep. Some dudes went kinda mad. Yep, that probably went well. Like, you can pretty much sum up the trooper's story here as things went wrong, basically. There's a thing in this crate. We should probably get it. It's missiles, yeah! So yeah, you just kind of get them in this one. In the first game you had to fight a boss, but in this one, they're just kind of there. Ah, and here's some things. We may want to use these missiles on them. Here's some dark splinters. Still don't know what this whole dark thing is about yet, but just go with it. So how do the missiles fare on these guys, actually? Considering, looks like it takes one charge shot afterwards, so that's not too bad. Unless it's just one charge shot all up. No, definitely not. Okay. Not bad, then. Another gate over here, however you may notice the thing in the middle is green. The other one was purple. What does that mean? I don't know. Well, I mean, I know, but you, the viewer, may not. And yeah, of course you can scan their ship, and we can also go into their ship, which we should do. And another map. So I guess this is like how they surveyed the surrounding area. It's kind of cool. They have little like lore tidbits in gameplay functions. It's kind of neat. Because like you get a map, but it's the map that the Federation had. It's kind of cool, that kind of stuff. So, more things. Does not give us the room names yet. There's a giant thing in the middle. We don't know what that's about. But now we got a kind of a broader idea of what this section is like. Moving on. Is there anything in this section? I don't think so. I believe that's it. Like, you can scan each of these chairs and it's got like all the trooper names, but I don't think there's a scan for it, so we'll just move on. Hop out this hole. There's one. What have you got? I should mention at this point, I don't think I ever said back in Prime 1, when the Prime trilogy takes place in the overall, what am I saying, like, continuity, freaking, you know, timeline, that's the word I was looking for, timeline. So, the Prime trilogy takes place after Metroid 1, but before Metroid 2. So, at this point, Samus has blown up the space pirate base on planet Seabees, and went and dealt with the whole Phazon thing on Talon 4, and that's it so far. So I guess it kind of makes sense some of these troopers may not have heard of her, because, I mean, she hasn't done too much. She will do much more, as we know. Yeah, sounds like that went well. Here's a thing in the way. Just go with it. So, down here. And look who's back from Prime 1. It's the War Wasps. Yeah. Pretty much similar to how they were in Prime 1. Except they can shoot things now. I don't remember if they could do that in Prime 1 or not. But, you know, they can in this. Some, like, crate things. There is something we need to scan, I believe, and I can't say I quite remember where it is. Ah, there it is. So yeah, we use these cannon things to get around. In fact, I think we can scan them, maybe? You can scan them at some stage, I think. But anyway, yeah, they shoot you up to places. I didn't mention that before. Ah, can we get the hive? Yes, we can. Thought that might be smart. Get rid of that. There you go. And that. There we go. Is there one back there? There is. Get that one too. Oh yeah, and they've changed slightly how the missiles go back to the arm cannon now. So back in Prime 1, you could do this trick that let you shoot missiles way quicker than you were supposed to. Now you have to wait for the animation. You can't just spam it anymore. Which I think is a fair change. Like, it was kind of silly that you could do that in the first one. Now where do we need to go exactly? There's another cannon we need to get. Yeah, there's the scan for that. Fires small spherical objects. Yeah, isn't that convenient? But I can't say I quite remember where the thing is. It's like hiding somewhere. Here it is, yeah. I knew it was hiding in like a little nook or cranny, I suppose. But now we can hop in here. Take out some of those guys in the meanwhile. And that causes damage to that. We may need to just hit it again. Or do that. Yeah, that'll work. Get out. Where are you guys even coming from? What does it say now? Yep, that should work. So do this again. Bam! Head through here. Around these guys. All good. Here's a thing. Just go with it. Oh yeah, there's a door. Can we scan doors? We can, but once again, that's not a thing for the logbook. Fine. More elevators, and this should go to a new area. Yeah, the elevators are very fast in this one. It's quite a surprise to me, I remember when I first saw it. I was like, whoa! But yeah, according to that, this is the Great Temple. Lots of curious findings. Ah, yes. Oh, hello. I think we can scan these if we're good enough. Oh, it's so close. We'll be able to get them later, but that's kind of funny. Anyway, through here is a save station, and there's actually a thing over here as well. Telluric alloy. I believe that's bombs, which we don't have. But anyway, that's a save station. That's where I'll end this part, I think. So yeah, next time we will see what awaits us in this area. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.